Rational and irrational numbers. So first let's revise what are natural numbers, what are whole numbers, what are integers and what are rational numbers. So natural numbers, they will begin from 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and they'll go on to infinity. Whole numbers will begin with 0, then 1, 2, 3 and infinity. Integers means all negative numbers. Okay, it could be -1, -2, -3, then comes 0, 1, 2, 3 and infinity till here. Okay, so negative numbers 0 and positive are called as integers. Rational numbers, now if I were to define a rational number, then it is always in the form of a upon b. Now a upon b means, now this looks like a fraction. So yes, rational numbers are fractions. Like I can say 3 upon 5 is a rational number. But only thing is that the denominator, okay, b is never zero. B is never 0. So a rational number is in the form of a fraction where the denominator is never equal to 0. Because if you write 3 upon 0, then it is not defined. Okay, then it is not defined. So you will say rational numbers. So if I say the number 2, okay, so if I take a number 2 and then I ask you whether it is a rational number, then yes, it is a rational number. But then you will say it is not in the form of a fraction. So write it in the form of fraction. Just give the denominator as 1. Now it becomes like a fraction and then it is called as a rational number. So rational numbers include all natural numbers, all whole numbers, all integers. All these numbers come under rational numbers. Now this was the definition of rational numbers. Now let's revise the number line. Number line, you know what is a number line. So if you see, it starts with the negative numbers to the left hand side, then a 0 and all the positive numbers to the right hand side. So all positive numbers to the right hand side and all the negative numbers to the left hand side and then a 0 in between. So as you go towards the right, as you move towards the right in the number line, on the number line, then the numbers become positive. That means if you compare -1 and 0, if you compare -1 and 0 and I ask you which is greater, then the number always on the right hand side is always greater. So -1 and 0, 0 is bigger than -1. So if I take 0 and 4, then which is on the right hand side? 4. So 4 is always bigger. If I say -4 and 4, then which is on the right hand side? 4. So 4 is greater than -4. All the positive numbers are always greater than the negative numbers. 0 is greater than the negative numbers. That was the number line. Now there's a question, how to show 7 upon 3, 2, -2 upon 3 on a number line. Okay, the first thing you do is you draw a number line as I've already drawn. Now you have to divide, just look at the denominator. Now the denominator over here is 3. 2 means 2 upon 1. Okay, let's say the denominator is 3. Now you have to divide every part into 3 parts. Why? Because the denominator is 3. Now let's divide between 0 and 1 into 3 equal parts. Okay, so I will divide 1, 2. Just draw 2 dots in between. So how many parts this is? Check it. 1 part, 2 part, 3 parts. So it is divided into 3 parts. Similarly, 1 and 2, I'm going to divide it. So 1, 2, I've divided into 3 parts. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part. Divide the same. 1 part, 2 part and the third part. Same here. First part, second part and the third part here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 and the third part. Now let's try to plot the numbers that are given. 7 upon 3. Now I'll show you a trick how to do it. See, 0 to 1, you start with 1 upon 3. This is 1 upon 3. This second part is 2 upon 3. Okay. This 1, you'll write it as 3 upon 3. Okay. Next part will be 4 upon 3. Let the denominator be 3 only. You're not going to change the denominator. Just write 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, fourth part. Next I'm going to write 5 upon 3. This 2 can be written as 6 upon 3. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. So it is already 2. Next it is 7 upon 3. Next it is 8 upon 3. And 3 is 9 upon 3. Okay. Here you'll write it same but give a negative sign. So it will be minus 1 upon 3, minus 2 upon 3, minus 3 upon 3. Next this part is going to be minus 4 upon 3, minus 5 upon 3. This will be minus 6 upon 3, minus 7 upon 3, and minus 8 upon 3, and this will be minus 9 upon 3. Now let's see what you had to plot. Just check that. So you had to plot 7 upon 3. Where is 7 upon 3? This point is 7 upon 3. So write it, 7 upon 3. 2. 2 means 2 upon 1. This is 2. So I'm going to plot it and I'm going to write 2. This is 2. Minus 2 upon 3. This is minus 2 upon 3. Plot it. This is minus 2 upon 3. So this is how you have to show the numbers on the number line. Now questions are given as you are given the fractions and you are asked to compare the numbers using the symbols greater than or less than or equal to. Now this is just, let's revise the 5th standard concept that you have to make the denominator same. So if I see the denominator is 3 and the denominator is 2, somehow try to make the denominator same. Now I know 3 2s is 6 and 2 3s is 6. Don't worry about the numerators. At present just worry about the denominators. So write the first fraction, minus 7 upon 3. Okay. And I'm going to write minus 5 upon 2. Now I'm going to multiply this by 2. I'm going to get the denominator as 6. I'm going to multiply this by 3 and get the denominator as 6. Okay. Let's not worry about the numerator. Whatever you have written down, just write it up. So I have written 2 up, minus 7 into 2 will be 14. And it should be minus 14. Next 2 3s is 6. Minus this same what you have written down, you will write it as up. So minus 5 into 3 will be minus 15. Okay. So now minus 14 upon 6 and minus 15 upon 6. So which is greater? So in the negative numbers, minus 14 upon 6 is towards the right hand side more and minus 15 is to the left hand side. So this minus 14 upon 6 is greater than minus 15 upon 6. In the negative, it is always that minus 14 will be greater and minus 15. If it was positive, then 15 is greater than 14. There's no doubt about it. So minus 14 upon 6 is greater. That means the first fraction. So you will write it as minus 7 upon 3 is greater than minus 5 upon 2. And this is your answer. So you have compared it. The fractions were given and you have found out that the first fraction is greater than the second fraction. Okay. Make the denominators same and then compare the numerators. You can only compare if the denominators are same. Now let's look at another example. So it is 3 upon 5 and 6 upon 10. Now I'll try to make the denominator same. So first rule is write the fractions. I have written 6 upon 10 and 3 upon 5. Now I know that when I multiply this by 2, I am going to get it as 10. I need not multiply this. I'll just multiply by 1 then I am going to get 10. Okay, you need not even multiply, then let it be as it is because the denominator is same. You can just multiply one fraction and get the denominator same. So 5 2s is 10. What you have written down? Just copy it once up. 3 2s is 6 and now 6 1s is 6. Oh, though both the fractions are same. So I'm going to write 6 upon 10 is equal to 6 upon 10 and therefore this looks like both the fractions are equal. Now write the equations again, write the sum again. Fractions 3 upon 5 is equal to 6 upon 10. Because you have calculated, you have found that both the fractions are same. So equal to sign. Okay. Decimal representation of rational numbers. First let us try to understand what is terminating, what is non-terminating, what is recurring. Terminating means if you divide a number, like if I divide 6 by 2, 2 3s is 6 and the division is stops. The division stops and therefore it is called as terminating. Termination means to stop. Suppose I take another number and the division doesn't stop. Okay, like it comes 3.12348 something. So it is called as non-terminating. Recurring, you know that the same number is repeated. Okay, so it could be like 3.111111. So 1 is recurring, so it is called as recurring. Okay, so these are the terms. Now let's see the first one. So 6 upon 2 if I divide equal to 3. So this is called as terminating division. Okay, terminating form of rational number, right? But can I write this 6 upon 2 as if the answer as non-terminating? Yes, I can write it. How? Let's see. 6 upon 2 is equal to 3. I can just put 0.0 and I can write 0 multiple times. I can write it many times. And so I have converted a terminating one into a non-terminating. Right? So this was terminating. All the rational numbers can be written in the form of non-terminating. So I can write 0.0000. The value doesn't change. The answer is still 3 and then it is non-terminating. Okay. Next, let's see another example. You have to divide minus 5 upon 3. Whatever you see in the denominator, okay, put it inside and try to divide by the denominator. So 3 ones are 3, 2. Okay. Next, what I am going to do is, you will put a point and you will put a 0. So 3 6 are 18. Okay. I am getting 220 again. So I am going to put again 6 and it's going to be again 18. So again I am going to get 2 and again I am getting 1.666. Now this looks like what? This is recurring and non-terminating also. So I am getting the answer as 1.66666. So it is recurring. So I am just going to put a dot on top of it. There is only single digit, so I will not put a dash. I just put a dot and I will say that this is recurring type of division. Also, it is non-terminating. It is going on and on. Okay. So this was the decimal representation of rational numbers.